Hello and welcome to the Wedding School. Now, as a wedding planner, I get asked some pretty weird and wonderful questions. Like, do I have bridezillas? What's your weirdest wedding? But I guess the most popular question I do get is how I started. You know, did I study beforehand? Is there such thing as a wedding planning course? How did I get involved being a wedding planner, basically? So I thought today I'd share with you my journey. So I actually started my studies at QUT, and I studied communications with a degree in PR. And whilst I really loved the PR side of things, the events, I drew towards the event side of things more. But I did a bit of work experience, which I always recommend to everyone that's looking to get into events. But I did it in the conference sort of arena, and I really got turned off by events. So when I finished my degree, I actually did more internal comms roles here in Brisbane and also in the UK, which was very exciting. And it wasn't until I attended a wedding in Fiji for a friend and was pretty much thrown that on the day wedding coordination role that I really thought this might have legs and this might be my ideal job. So coming back to Brisbane, keeping in mind this was over 10 years ago, came back, did some research and realised Brisbane it wasn't really a big wedding planning scene happening, but I could see the trends coming from Sydney and Melbourne. And as it was, I ended up in the US working about 6 months later. And while I was waiting for my working visa, I thought, why not do some internships at some real life wedding planning companies and see what it really is like and if I like it. And so I did. I did some research and emailed out to who I thought was the best wedding planner in Denver. And I think the subject line was free work. So they got back to me very quickly. And it was actually a great fit. I learned so much, and I realized on that very first day that this was going to be my career forever. So after returning back from the US, I worked for a wedding planner in Brisbane. And by then, the wedding planning, wedding styling scene had really started to emerge, which is great. So I sort of jumped in as the industry was definitely on the up. And then sadly, that business closed down, but I gained 3 clients from it. And from those 3 clients, I think we're now over 350 weddings. So. And that was 10 years ago. So since then, we've just been building the business here in Brisbane, but also we do have a studio in Sydney as well, which has been really exciting to build. So that's my history, I guess. I hope you've learned a lot about it. I guess the takeaways for me was getting that work experience. If I never had, stepped out of my comfort zone, emailed that wedding planner overseas, I would never be here today. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.